Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. We have a 1v1 field here on Crossroads, so basically a very simple 1v1 map in vanilla Company of Heroes. The players represent the allies there. We have Kigarung, who's straight at the gate with the United States, obviously without a commander, so evidently with triple rear echelon. Be fascinating. Represent the Germans today. We have Teams as Infanterie Division for the Wehrmacht. We'll see how this turns out for them. Infanterie early with double Grenadier, no Volksgrenadier. Double Grenadier, so what is Teams planning, I wonder? Quadruple rear echelon. It's definitely gonna give Kigarung a lot of field presence, that's for certain. But I wonder how it will turn out in the long run. That's what I am very curious about. Germans just slowly also moving up, but the Americans are gonna get a lot more territory. First shots have been fired on the Pioneers here, but the Pioneers should do a lot better at long range compared to the rear echelon. The Kar-98s have the same stats as the Grenadiers, actually. They should do pretty decently, especially in cover-to-cover fighting, but the Americans could just send one more rear echelon, but I'm not sure that's going to happen yet. Currently, the Americans are just going to grab everything they can. Oh, we have a second rear echelon coming up. Get inside the building. Getting some more shots out. Yeah, Germans barely have any territory compared to the Allies so far. Looks like the shots are slowly just riling up in the Pioneers. The Pioneers cannot keep up the same rate of fire. That's the problem with the Kar-98. It only has 5 bullets and it's a bolted rifle. So yeah, the MP40 is trying to do its best though. Already getting some kills there on the regional in the building. The Grenadiers coming up here on the flank. And yes, are lacking in munitions for rifle grenades, though. When they're trying to dig in with sandbags on the open, that's not something you want to do. Especially not against semi-automatic fire, even if it's just free echelon. As it's really quickly getting these shots in on the Grenadiers there. Get the sandbag up, there's only 2 of them left. We're seeing more and more Grenadiers arriving. Pioneers have done a good job here with the MP40 killing on the rear echelon. More Grenadiers coming up, they need to get behind more cover. Those Pioneers might have to consider falling back. MP40 is reloading. They're opening up, but it's too much. They're doing a decent job there. Oh, the squad leader died. Oh, Grenadiers are arriving now. The Grenadiers are pretty damn good. Especially behind cover like this on a long range. Americans have lost basically most of their rear echelon, only down to a 30 caliber and 1 squad now. Grenadiers really turned this around. I like Grenadiers. Grenadiers are cool. Also some big news, apparently the Spearhead development team is back in action. They're already preparing for Company of Heroes 3, I imagine. Which is a lot of nice things. I'll be expecting to see the small updates to do for Spearhead and Company of Heroes 2 though, because they apparently want to do some changes there. This is obviously still the stock moldy version, but when we get the new version out, I'll probably switch between either depending on which replays I get. Of course we'll find out. As I can easily just do replays for both, so it's not that much of a problem. Kampfkraft Center coming up here for the Wehrmacht, so they're gonna go for their free veterancy, because the Infanterie. We do need the Kampfkraft Center now to get that. This means, once it gets to the first tier up here, all these Grenadiers will suddenly be veterancy 1. Certainly help. Oh, we have a command chest here. Looks like it is armored, okay. Ooh, rear echelon pretty close. It's gonna be a lot better against Grenadiers due to the carbines. But there's only very few of them left. And yes, are getting very accurate shots out though. There we go, rear echelon down. The Germans have secured some territory. They don't have any munitions or fuel points yet. Certainly be a problem. But all the Grenadiers will be veteran now. And because the Infanterie, if they get enough munitions, they can start arming them with MD42s. 100 rounds, which would certainly be a nice upgrade for them. It's just an overall better weapon than the normal MD42, I think, for 10 more munitions. I guess Infanterie, why don't you get the 100 round one? It's so good. 50 more rounds is a big deal. Ooh, that Jeep is already getting some good shots out, and so is this 30 caliber here. I think these Grenadiers just have to fall back. One more Grenadiers arriving. We have lots of Grenadiers on the field. Pioneers should probably start capturing the graveyard area, the fuel point to be more specific. We now start arming the Grenadiers, at least one of them, with the MG42. That will also help against the Jeep, I think.
We have a lieutenant reporting in for duty.
Oh, doesn't look like anyone's being upgraded yet. Americans are keeping it slow, getting some caches up and outposts. Germans are taking it slow as well, but they are having a long gunfight here. Lots of rifle shots going on. They killed the gunner there. Now the Germans can move up a little bit safer. That's a lot of Grenadier. It's not moving up here. Rifle going out. Just straight where the Jeep was. Very nice. Pineapple coming out here from the echelon. Only lost one member there, so the Grenadiers are still fairly healthy. That's going to allow them to slowly push up here. Even activating counterattack tactics so they can capture neutral territory pretty fast. Got a Pineapple, very smart. Up in a decent position. Pressed one. And that's going to be too much for the Grenadiers, I think. Just because they've been suppressed. No, they got up. I guess there's only one guy. Throwing another Pineapple. Rifle kills him off though. Americans are down to 130 caliber machine gun. What are they playing at? They're going for a half track, okay? They're going for a crowd mower. That should be intriguing. I suppose the Germans are lacking in AT equipment at the moment. Well, Grenadiers do arrive with anti-tank rifle grenades. They have a fairly long range, and the half track is not that armored. Still no machine. Oh, we are going to see the armored infantry. Okay, this should be nice. I like the armored riflemen, the unique riflemen available to US armor. Very cool infantry squad, by the way.
Half track, waiting for orders.
I personally like them a lot. They're probably one of my favorite American rifleman units, but we rarely see them. Plus 300 apiece. They're equipped with a lot of nice stuff. It's just a better rifleman, if you ask me, and they fight better alongside vehicles, to my understanding. They get some Tommy guns with drum magazines. That's going to be nice. And the Germans are just trying to secure as much ground as they can. Okay, further infantry is now engaging. Crowd is going to show up. That's going to be a shock here for the Grenadier. Although it is trying to shoot while moving. Now we're going out, so that's going to be a death of those Grenadiers. Yeah, crowd with the 3rd infantry. Pretty good combination. Yeah, Grenadiers are trying to make a run back to better position before the crowd more hits them. Yeah, so you can take up for the Wehrmacht. Running back fast. But they cannot really engage with that crowd mower. They are going to see the Waffenkammer coming up, probably for 222 to deal with it. Also see a veteran tanker crew called in. These guys are experts at repair. Unique to US armor. Good to see people, Kikurumi, like, experimenting a bit, using some units we don't normally see. Let's see what the crowd mower is doing, backing up with its ass. Lots of Grenadiers on the battlefield here. Lots of Grenadiers. Ooh, crowd mower could actually be in trouble here if they hit it with rifle grenades. Yeah, they're gonna try and hit it. Pretty good one too. Second one hits. Killed him. Oh, that's a huge loss. I was gonna see an M20. Yeah, Kirkung is using all the units we don't normally see. I like it. Tankers also moving up. Now with some carbines of all. I'm not sure how good of a combat unit the tankers are though. But they are a cool unit. Trying to get up behind cover here with the pistols. But the Grenadiers are just laying down a lot of fire. But I think the pistols are actually pretty decent up close here. Carbines now. Is it enough? It is. They will kill one Grenadier, but they might die themselves here. Yep. Too much firepower. Right inside the building there. But if to try killing a pioneer with the Tommy guns, actually. But Marifman might go down, yep. So that's a huge losses for the allies still. M20 on the field here. So it's a tank on the team. Germans are again down to just Grenadiers. Grenadier, Grenadier, Grenadier. So many Grenadier. M20 is also getting some good shots on him with his 50 caliber machine gun, or at least attempting to. Oh. Oh! Okay, I think they went for the full MG42 upgrade here. Does mean they don't get the 100 round version, and never can now. I suppose it's decent, because it basically means for cheap... How expensive is it? only 200 manpower and 50 fuel. Basically, for no munitions cost, suddenly all your Grenadiers on the battlefield have MG42s with 50 rounds. Which can come as a surprise all of a sudden. Of course, they are not going to have an easy time dealing with the M20 at long range with the MG42s. They can suppress the gunner, though. And they do have the anti-tank rifle grenades. But yeah, they got a little bit too close there.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Anti-tank grenade did miss, though. That's a lot of MG42s all of a sudden. What are the Americans going to do to deal with this? Germans could get a light vehicle if they want. It depends. They're queuing up Pioneer to build up the base afterwards. And the M20 is going to be able to get some good shots out, I think. But it is being suppressed again. That is the problem of all the Grenadiers suddenly having MG42s. Because they can just suppress the gunner. Because I wouldn't want to be up there in like an exposed position when the MG42s are firing at me. Ah yeah, it's laying mines. Yeah, the M20 can lay mines if you're wondering. A vanilla ability, I'm pretty sure. That's a 4F1 coming onto the field. That'll certainly scare off the M20. Unless it drives into a mine, of course. Mine only costs 20 munitions to drop, by the way, so... That is a really good mine. It's also anti-tank only, so it will not trigger an infantry, I believe. At least according to the description of that. According to this description. Only vehicles will trigger a mine. First we'll see if that's true or not. If we'll ever see anyone run over the mine. One tank rifle grenades trying to come out, but the 50 caliber kills the guy who tried to fire it. 50 caliber is doing a pretty good job here on top of the M20. It is a fairly long range weapon. They're killing another one there, cutting to shreds. 50 caliber bullets do a lot of damage to you if they hit your body, in case you're wondering. I'd be good here to land on a mine while you have the chance. Because the Panzer 4F1 is arriving. But the M20 doesn't know that yet. Trying to get some long range shots in here. Ooh, they just a distraction until the F1 shows up here. Misses. M20 is a small and fast target. They can't try and loot it into the mine. Ah, they have the anti-tank team, right. Oh right, they can just jump out of the M20 and have a bazooka too. That's a thing that the M22 crew can do. Before you use the bazooka, there they go. See, that's some good play right there. That is a really good play of the M20. Oh, the third riflemen are not doing too hard, being hit by a lot of MG42 fire. So very good play with the M20 there. It has some utility people don't realize sometimes. Ah, third rifleman does go down. But this 50 caliber on the M20 is just doing so much work. Oh, those pioneers gotta get close with an anti-tank rifle. Oh, no, that's not good. Oh, they're jumping out. But that's just not a good idea with all these Grenadiers nearby. I get what they were trying to do, but that did not really work. And now the Germans have the M20. Decided to bring that back to base. But I get what Keegan was trying to do there. But the Grenadiers kind of prevented it from being a good idea. Can actually kill someone there with the grease gun, I think. Yeah. But now they have been able to hold fire. I guess they have to be more stealthy. Grenadiers heading for the graveyard now. Lots of machine guns. We guys are not in trouble. Because that's a lot of accurate fire from all these Grenadiers, and they're all veterans to 2 now. And 20 being repaired here by the Germans. If they know how to repair this thing is beyond me, but... What do I know? I'm not an engineer. Americans are lacking a lot of units here. It's not looking too hard. They are taking up 30 Shermans, though, evidently. Not looking that good for the United States, at least just from what I can see so far. Going the points here quickly. Light infantry gun coming out as well. Double third rifleman coming onto the field. Probably needed. M20 now ready to move around. In German hands. Probably not the kind of weapon they're used to using. And I believe the tank on this... No, they got spotted because this is a scout car.
Rifle squad ready
But the bazooka gets it. Denying the Germans their little war spoil. But it does hit the mine there. So very good job there with the anti-tank team. They definitely did their job.
A capture point is under attack.
Americans see some more units out in the field. 30 caliber is still waiting behind here. Or Tommy guns being loaded here. I personally think the BAR would probably be a better choice early on, but I guess it depends on the range. They're gonna have a hard time dealing with the Germans at long range now because of those MT-42s. Smoke grenade going out. Will it be enough though? Golden rifle grenades right behind, but a pineapple going out. And the Grenadier is pulling up through the center as well, laying out more and more American positions. We have a fuel airdrop in the base, unique to all the Allied armor commanders. Who I believe this 30 caliber could be flanked now. Germans are certainly running this part of the front line. Lots of fuel there. That could actually give the Americans a tank soon. They could definitely get the A2 as soon as the this building is done taking up. The Sherman, I don't think the Grenadiers have anything to stop unless they get upgraded with Panzerfaust, which they all have. Like teams just went straight for the Panzerfaust upgrade as well, which makes all Volks Grenadiers and Grenadiers arrive with Panzerfausts. Does mean they don't get their rifle grenades anymore or their brand flashes for the Volks Grenadiers. You do have to consider that as a thing. Pineapple going out. More rifle grenades going out as well. So the Germans have an easier time with the grenades there. Americans keep having to be forced back somewhat. I believe the Phillips can get extra rations if they get to Veterans 2, which we rarely see. Which essentially just means they'll auto-heal out of combat, like elite troops, like airborne and such. Ooh, the Phillips is in a good position here. The Grenadiers are in big trouble. Rifle grenade going out though. Oh, killed a good amount there. But Phillips is holding up. The best they can anyway, but the MT-42 is still shredding them. Lots and lots of Grenadier. Grenadier march or something.
You've got a captain hitting the field.
Germans now hold both fuel points. That's certainly a big issue. Americans can now get Shermans. Might be a good idea to go for. They need something on the battlefield at this point. Yep, they're going for some A3 Shermans. A2s. My bad. A2s. It's the mechanized that gets the A3. Armor just gets very cheap A2s, I believe. Yeah, only 65 fuel for a Sherman. That's nuts because the Sherman is actually pretty freaking good. At least it's not as bad as people think it is in vanilla company, if you do what that is. The Sherman is very reliable in Spearhead. In the basic humble A2. But those rifling get mowed down by all the MT-42s. He's doing pretty good with all this MT-42 play. With the Grenadiers. Just going for lots of Grenadiers early and then getting the upgrade for the free MT-42. Certainly is shaping up to work. Get double A2 in the field here soon. More riflemen being called in as well. Well, I think the 3rd infantry is just better than the normal riflemen. They just cost a lot more. I'm not sure what the riflemen get if you're playing as armor. Ah, they get grease guns, right. Unless they always get that, I don't know. They're getting BARs though. Now, unfortunately for the Shermans here, the Panzerfaust already ready, and that's a dead Sherman already, thanks to a hollow charge from the light infantry gun, and then followed by Panzerfaust. So the Americans are in big trouble. The Grenadiers are getting very, very close to the American base here. Even throwing grenades. Ah, smoke grenade, very smart. Pineapple's going overhead though.
Tank support is here.
Another Sherman arriving.
Supply line just got cut off.
Not looking good for the United States at all. They're barely getting any resources now. Well, apart from manpower, because you'll always have a base income of manpower. When allowed the light infantry is going to shield the base. Well, that's not good at all.
Enemies are swarming one of our emplacements.
Oh, take out the anti-tank team too. And we have a Stu 42 coming out, basically a Stuk with a howitzer on board. And the light infantry gun is just gonna threaten the Americans now. They need to make a breakout of their base now at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna see a second Sherman, so I think the Americans are just gonna get more Shermans before they try to make a breakout. But they do have units down here now. Those Grenadiers are out in the open. And 30 infantry is pretty accurate aim on Grants, but that's a lot of Grenadiers that are veteran. Okay, does come out, but will they be able to get out of there? No, they got suppressed. The Grenadiers are pushing up.
Fighting positions is sustaining fire.
That's a dead third rifleman, I think. Yep. And the light infantry gun just keeps sealing the base. A2 is ready to push out somewhat, but it needs some more support, I think. Second A2 is almost there. And they're gonna try and take out the light infantry gun. Makes sense. High explosive kills the crew, very nice. And now the Germans are lacking in stuff at long range to deal with the Shermans. The Grenadiers need to get close to use their Panzerfausts. Give it the second Sherman now arriving as well. 4 Grenadiers down here. Pineapple Grenade going out. With another Pineapple Grenade. Very good for the re-echelon there. Now the Sherman coming in for support as well. Germans have to consider where to go now, and they are setting up a Pack 43, so an 88mm gun. Okay. Joseph Stewart coming off the United States. They're starting to get a little bit of an upper hand, but I think this Pack 43 can take out those Shermans pretty freaking quickly. You can get silent. They're basically locking down the center with the Pack 43. That gets secured on the ground. The Stu will definitely be able to take out the American infantry. That's a smoke grenade, I think. Yep, we're gonna try and cover the American retreat. Pack is ready, that's a dead Sherman. Ammo cooked. Who's in trouble? Oh, yeah, that's not looking good. Who can load a heat shell? Oh, doesn't hit with the high explosive. And Sherman takes out the Stu. There it goes entirely. Completely taken out. Pack 43 going to shoot through the building. They're trying to. That Sherman has to pull back. Probably decided that didn't really work, so they have to consider something else. Or just keep it pointed at the center, I'd say. And the Americans can make somewhat of a comeback, I think. But we are seeing a Panzer IV-H coming out on the field for the Germans as well. The 42's opening fire, killing those re-echelon in seconds. Smoke canisters being popped out, but a little bit too late, I think. I get what they were trying to do, though. They're trying to cover for the Pack 43, I think. The Sherman can just back off slowly with its 30 caliber machine guns. Explosives being loaded.
A capture point is under attack.
Panzerfaust might go off. Nope, got shut down. Now the Steward is also there with his 30 caliber machine guns. Providing a little bit more firepower. Pack 43 can shoot to about there. And the German infantry just cannot really deal with these vehicles finally like this. They are buying the Americans time. The Germans time, I mean. And the Panzer IV-H is arriving on the battlefield now. Grenadiers are going to move alongside it, I think. Pioneers are waiting around here. Didn't have mine, I wonder. No mines. The Grenadiers are just going to push alongside this Panzer IV-H. Lots and lots of Grenadier. The MT-42s are going to start webbing into the American infantry. Stuart's going to relocate to the northern flank, but it will probably disengage once it notices there's a Panzer IV-H. Criminals also coming northwards. Oh, there was a mine! That's the power of mines, everyone! Panzer IV-H is no longer a problem. That is really, really good. That's gonna buy the Americans a lot of time. The German Grenadiers are still around everywhere. Very veteran Grenadiers for the most part too, thanks to the Kampfkraft Center. They're all veteran free now out the gate, because they're playing as infantry, so the infantry support team upgrades are free. Pretty sure. Yep, they get them for free here. It's really the power of infantry division. Really buff up your force. We're gonna see a full-on take-up. Yeah, everything's going for a full-on take-up. We might see EC8s though, but that will be... Not sure how useful that it is against German infantry, but they might also be going for Thunder Run, but Egon is lacking the munitions for that, because Thunder Run is expensive. It's 240 munitions, but you do get access to all your basic Shermans, the A2s, and A3s for that matter. If you're playing as a mechanized, get access to just toggle to use high explosive shells at the base, which can really make them potent. The second Pack 43. Is he gonna close in Kigarungs in their base with Pack 43s? No, they cancel it there. They can move it further up. Oh my god, I think they're gonna move the Pack 43 further up. Yes, they are. Okay. That should be different. I wonder how they'll do this in Company Heroes 3, because Company Heroes 3 in the Alpha it says that you could like tow and tug certain big weapons with trucks, half-tracks. At least they want in North Africa, so I wonder if that will be a thing Spearhead will do, where you don't set up the heaviest weapons, you just tow them with a half-track or truck. There's some spitballing ideas potentially, depending on how moddable it is. You never know. I'm just hoping it'll be very moddable, because I'd like to see it and be able to do a lot of cool stuff with the engine and the game. The Germans are losing some Grenadiers here, but that's just a sacrifice to allow the 88 here to set up. And now the Americans are gonna have issues. That's German instantly. That's just Stuart, that's the problem. But in the 88. Yeah, they're literally just gonna point at the base entrance there, aren't they? Yep. It's gonna be very hard for the Americans to ever get out of. What are the Americans gonna do with that, I wonder? That, I believe, makes it very, very hard to do anything from that angle. Americans probably need to focus down there somewhat. Germans still just have their Grenadiers around and getting replenished. Even see even more Grenadiers coming onto the battlefield. Grenadiers everywhere. Mine being set up now. Did that canister shot hit the Americans? Okay, so note to self, don't stand in front of your own Stuart when it uses canister shots. It seems like it might actually hurt you. I think.
Armor here.
Yeah, fall friendly skilled. Okay, so do not stand in front of a Stuart when it's using canister shot. The shotgun blast will kill you. That is good to know. Because I don't think we've ever seen that happen. At least haven't. I have to relocate into the southern flank. Ego still has plenty of manpower, but Germans just have so much of an advantage at the moment. At least the Germans don't really have a tank anymore yet. That mine really did pay off. We actually see the full tech up here for the teams. Are we gonna see the Jagdpanzer? I think the Jagdpanzer is worthwhile to get at the moment. German infantry is securing some forward ground. Grenadiers advancing very much forwards. Oh, they're trying to shoot for the terrain with the canister shot. Don't think it's gonna work that well. Pack 43 is just gonna keep eyes over here. The Grenadiers waiting. Just waiting in cover there. Americans gonna try and secure the points down here somewhat, especially the fuel. They are opening up. Those pioneers might be in trouble. Throwing a Gebaldelat now. Two coming out over here. Would they have been auto-hold fire? They might have been auto-hold fire. Oh, no, they haven't. Never mind. Oh, now they just bring their ambush. And that's a Deb Stewart, so I think the Americans... I don't think the Americans can do much at this point. Germans just overrunning them with the Grenadiers. And giant AT guns. I think at this point here, the Americans would actually be completely cut off. Could happen. And at that point, I think Egon can safely just surrender because it's not an easy position to be in. Very hard position to be in all honesty. Lots more rifle shots going out. Here's one pulling back. This has certainly been a very different match, but I'd like to see what people do. Like, teams does a very intriguing build here with just all Grenadier and then going straight for the upgrade to get them all MG42s. We've even seen the upgrade, the Wagd am Rhein, which is going to allow the Grenadiers to capture territory much faster. Not that they need to capture ground much faster, they already basically control the battlefield. You also have Scorched Earth now being upgraded here on the Pioneers. It's unique to infantry, I'm pretty sure. Because they can essentially booby trap points to blow up. Well, they cannot salvage if they have it. Observation post taken out. And the Americans are still trying to come out of here, but they're just getting gunned down. And then there, at this point, Keeling surrenders. There's no point to continue at that point. Well, this was certainly a different match, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you all in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.